Hello everyone, it's Odd Guardian here. Lately I've been trying to get into some Control Warlock builds again, even though Control Warlock unfortunately didn't really get anything from Rastakhan's Rumble. So the first thing that I wanted to play a little bit was Howlfiend. Howlfiend Control Warlock, it's more fun than it's good. I had a bit under 50% win rate with this build, and looking at HS replay, there are absolutely zero Howlfiend Control Warlock decks with more than 50% win rate, so I suppose that was to be expected. The fun part about this is that you can make your opponent discard a lot of cards. And the way that works is you have Howlfiend. Whenever this minion takes damage, discard a random card. And you have Treachery, choose a friendly minion and give it to your opponent. And then you have Mekaru, which is essentially two 1/1 minions, and Defile, which goes off again and again as minions die. So you play Howlfiend, you give it to your opponent, you play Mekaru, and you Defile, and Defile goes off 1, add a 2, add a 3. And if there are more stuff on the board, then it can even go further. So you will discard at least 3 cards from your opponent, if not more. In my build, unlike any other Howlfiend build that I have seen, I'm also using Sacrificial Pact. Sacrificial Pact has a couple of uses. You can use it against something like a Rogue where you're threatened by sap, so you can use it on your Void Lord, so that you can proc the Void Lord immediately and prevent it from being sapped back to the hand, so you get more defenses from 3 minions. And you can also use it to finish off your Howlfiend combo if you are under threat of damage from the opponent and you don't want to let them have the Howlfiend on the board. Because of that 6 health, it's often able to survive, so then you can just at the end kill it for 5 health for yourself. Another fun thing that you can do with this build, you definitely want to run Doomsayers in this build, because you can also Treachery or Doomsayer to your opponent, and that's effectively a board clear, because then the Doomsayer goes off at the beginning of the opponent's turn, and boom, the board is dead. Unfortunately, Howlfiend Warlock does have some weaknesses as well. Most notably, you cannot run anything that cheats demons on the board. That would be the Skull of Manari or the Possessed Lackey. Because originally in a Control Warlock you want to have a Skull of Manari and then it pulls off a Void Lord on the board and then you're all yay, now we got a big minion on the board. But when you're playing Howlfiend Warlock, it might also pull a Howlfiend on the board and then you're all nay. And now that Howlfiend is on the board and okay, now I'm going to lose cards. And unfortunately I think that is the real killer. Control Warlock right now really wants to get those Void Lords out early. And the inability to run either Skull or Possessed Lackey because of the Howlfiends is a big blow to the deck. Other than that, it's Control Warlock stuff as usual, tons of removal, some big demons, Blood River cooldown that brings them back, lots of answers to various situations, there's Skulking Guys, there's Silence, there's weapon removal, there's hard removal, there's mass removal in various forms. I don't think this particular build is quite optimal. In particular, I have not found Rin to be useful enough. And I do find myself missing Gnome Ferrados at moments. Gnome Ferrados just is a better card in this pretty heavy draw combo style of meta. Because when you have Rin, you're not actually able to play all the seals and destroy the opponent's deck. Unless you're facing something like a Control Odd Mage, Big Spell Mage, Odd Warrior. Any warrior, Dead Man's Hand Warrior too, then you're happy to have Rin. And in those matchups, Rin is awesome. But I'm facing those matchups so rarely that I think Gnome Ferrado would be better. Because then, even if you're facing combo deck, you slam that Gnome Ferrado and you have instant 4% or something to win the game. Which, well, that sounds rather silly, I think, but it's still a thing. And hypothetically, if you can survive long enough against Kingsbane Rogue, you can play Gluttonous Ooze to remove Kingsbane and then Gnome Ferrado to destroy it from the deck. That only works when they are in fatigue, so there are no other cards remaining. Of course it might also work even if there are some other cards, but then it's a percentage chance. So while this deck was fun and it had its moments, I don't think this build is something that you can climb with. I don't think this archetype is something that you can climb with. This would probably be slightly better simply by replacing this Rin with a Gnome Ferrado. Finding some way to put in a second Gnome Ferrado would be good, but I can't really decide what to cut. But I didn't go as far as actually making those changes and play with the deck because I don't have faith in this particular archetype. I think the regular Control Warlock seems slightly more promising. It also doesn't look great in the meta, but at least it looks a little bit better than this one. But sometimes there are fun moments with the Howlfiend, I have to say. So I put together some gameplay material of this deck for you, which shows its ups and downs and shows some nice Howlfiend action too. If you enjoyed this content, then please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more. And now, let's go take a look at some Howlfiend action. I don't think I can keep those combo pieces in the opening hand, because I still don't know, this could be like an Odd Rogue. And if it's an Odd Rogue, then suddenly we're in a position where, okay, if I keep my combo pieces, I just die. This one is actually going to be a Tempo Rogue, right? This looks like a Tempo Rogue to me. Sack Pact is also good with Demonic Project, because then the opponent plays the demon and then you Sack Pact it. But of course now I got the Demonic Project, so maybe Sack Pact actually doesn't have a place in this. Whoa, Keleset on 2. Painful stuff. Amani Warbear. Or just the Sentient Shield Musta. I think I like the Warbear. I think it's going to kill something big later on. Well, I have the Doomsayer Treachery here. For 5 mana I can clear the board. Yeah, maybe I should cut the Sacrificial Pact. It's kind of leftover from an earlier age. Can't get the 1, 2, 3. Because I can't get a 2 health over there. Next turn I'm going to do the Doomsayer Treachery. What do I do before that? If I tap, then that's going to be 9 damage to face. That's pretty rough. But Defile doesn't really do much either. I think I have to tap. Next turn we're giving him a Doomsayer. Yeah, Bear is definitely a decent common card. I was wondering whether we're actually going to see play in anything, but people are putting it in Druid. Who does Rin beat in this meta? Well, it beats the Recruit Warrior that I just faced. Ouch. Lot of damage, lot of damage. Time to give him this. This might still just be too much damage. Oh no, that's going to grow too. Too much damage. Not good. I have to try to silence that. I probably have to ooze the weapon. Defile. Defile what? You mean Hellfire and Defile both to kill 1 minion? I can't do that. Ooh, Ciliax. But I also have the Amani Warbear. Does he have a Vilespine Slayer? He might. I think we're about to find out. Here comes the Warbear. We kill the 4/4. We're not leaving him with good stuff to use the Fungal Mancer on. Oh no, not an Elven Minstrel. Why? Why Keleset on 2 and why all these minions? At least we get rid of the second Cold Blood. That's an upside. Do I need to tap? Do I need to find more cards? Something that kills the Void Lord. Ooh, that would be so bad. But I got back my own Void Lord. I think I need to tap now. And then Ciliax kill this one. And Celiax kills that one. I have the Voidlord Sack Pact here, potentially, to get more defenses up, to stall, so that I'm not beatable with Sap or something. We've seen a pair of Tugs, we've seen a Chain Gang, but there's still a lot of stuff to go. Does he have something that kills the Celiax from hand? It's uncertain. There might be. He kind of doesn't really want to sap it. He spent both Gold Bloods too. So there's probably a Leroy finisher. And Leroy is 7 because of the Keleset. But no Gold Bloods. But I guess there's also going to be the Spirits. People tend to use the Spirits nowadays. Okay, gives me the healing. That's nice. So I could just do Mekaru Defile on this board. Well, Howlfiend Treachery 6 mana, Mekaru 7 mana, Defile 9 mana. And there will be 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5. He will still get to keep this at 3-1. But he will lose his entire hand. I think it's worth it. We're going for that. We're giving him that one. Here, it's all yours. Chief Inspector, Vile Spine, Ectomancy as a random card, another Fungal Mancer. Well, I have the option to simply sacrificial back this Howlfiend now. Actually, I think I'm going for it. Let's end with the Sack Pact. So now he has to draw brand new cards in order to do things. $14 cards, 15 cards. I would have an opening to play the Voidlord this turn. It will be difficult to find an opening for that later. I'll probably go for it, and I think I'm using Kobold Librarian here too. Then playing the Voidlord. Next turn we probably go for Stonehill and Rin. He lost one Vile Spine. He could have another. He had another. But that's okay. I can even kill this Vile Spine here. I could just play Gul'dan afterwards. I think it's a Gul'dan turn. I don't think I need to Rin yet. I just jam the Gul'dan. Now that the Vile Spine is gone, so that he can't Shadow Step that back into hand if he happens to pick up a Shadow Step. These minions should be sufficient. The Rin down there. I can also simply Hellfire this board. Yeah, I like this. We hit there, and hit there. And just Hellfire that board. Hit a little bit of face. And I guess I'll just play the Rin. This should be fine. Couple of 3/6 taunts. Alright. Howlfiend immediately winning games. Immediately. Such a great card. Out of my jungle. Ooh, we pick up an Omega Defender, right? Yeah, we're trying to end this game here. We're trying to end this. Do you have an answer to this 12/6 now? Both Vile Spines are gone. He has one Warlock card, which turned out to be a Shadow Bolt, followed by an SI7 agent. But that's not really going to matter that much now, is it? He doesn't have have any 1-mana spells there, but the power of Howlfiend and Treachery. Immediately. Awesome deck. Perfect. Perfect deck. Hellfire. Yeah, that was lethal too. I'm keeping Gul'dan. I think most rogues are... at least take some time. And I think I need the Gul'dan. Alright, we want to draw some cards too. Because I've always died because I have been killed. I've run out of health. And I haven't found Gul'dan in previous games. Oh, that's prep raiding party right there. It's a Kingsbane. That's a Kingsbane. Sad. Alright. Can I survive against Kingsbane somehow? But now I know I don't have the combo to beat this one. I think I made the deck worse. I don't have the tools to beat this anymore. Because there's not going to be a time where he has Kingsbane in hand. So I can't kill Kingsbane with the Howlfiend. And I don't have Gnome Ferrado anymore. So I simply can't beat this anymore. Some other Howlfiend decks did have the Gnome Ferrado though. Yeah, but the Kingsbane is never in hand. Never. There simply will not be such a time. You might just sap the Doomsayer, but sapping the Doomsayer does seem pretty weak overall. But yeah, Kingsbane's never going to be in hand. Sometimes they leave it in hand. Well, we can hope for that. Well, that's an awkward hand, now isn't it? I could throw away a Defile, maybe. It's either that or play the Ziliax. Ziliax can actually remove something. I need to throw away one Defile. I need to save the other one for the Howlfiend. Spirit of the Shark. Your minions' battle cries and combos trigger twice. And I don't happen to have anything that kills that right now. That's going to be a big Kingsbane, and then I'm going to die. Does not look very promising right now. I'm also going to burn a card probably, but I have most of the cards I want in my hand. Geist is like the only card. Geist and Mekaru would be the only cards that I might want, but... Boom boom. Yeah. I suppose there's not a whole lot I can do here.
Unity, precision, perfection, primitive.
I seem to be very, very dead. If he has vanished to bounce this back into hand, then that's just awesome. It's actually giving me 6 healing from those. Why would you do that? That was intriguing. Oh, the Geist. To take away deadly poisons. Oh, but I don't have an opportunity to play it here. I do have to Twisting Nether this. I would really want to get to play the Geist, but I don't know when I could do that. And he top decks the deadly poison, and he gets to use it. Oh, that's so sad. There's a ton of tutors left too. Well, this is Voidlord Sacrificial Pact. Used for the purpose it's meant for. 10 for Kingsbane. That's not even going to run out. And he can just... Oh! I was just going to say he can just vanish. Does it have to be the Gul'dan? Does he have another vanish? What if he has just sap? Because I'm still dead with vanish through Gul'dan. But what if there is only a sap and not a vanish? Now I still have to start building up the... board. So I'm dead to vanish. But I'm not dead to sap. I'm dead to double sap. What deck you use to get legend? OTK Paladin. There's a video of that on my YouTube channel. You can check it out. Did he just top deck the second sap? No, but yeah, I'm dead to Doomerang too. I'll try to keep these because it could be a Murloc Mage. It's not an odd mage. Alright. What kind of mage? Not a Murloc Mage, maybe? Could it be just a big spell mage?
The future is ours.
No, it has to be some kind of tempo mage then. And can he kill the Doomsayer? It's kind of easy to think that Sacrificial Pact would be one of the first cards to cut, but every time it just delivers, time and again. But now, of course, after cutting the demonic projects, maybe it's a little bit weaker.
Tools of creation.
Well, at least we get rid of Tools of Creation. Never liked those. But some kind of tempo mage, and now he has a secret up. Counterspell or runes. I still have to tap here, I have to find more answers. I think I have to drop a Defile out there in case it's a counterspell. I need to get the Defile countered this turn. Sackpack would also be potential, but... more secrets?
I can taste the mana.
Yeah, now that we got the Defile countered, that means that we opened up a Hellfire for this board. Now he has a secret again, though. Is it another counter spell?
Science overwhelmed.
Well, this would be an opportunity to Siphon Soul this. I think we're going for the Siphon Soul now. I was considering Spellstone tap. I really wanted to get rid of the anomaly, no matter what. We dealt with one counter spell, there's one counter spell to go. Can there be something like entity? There could definitely be an entity. It's probably fairly safe to play Skulking Geist, even if I give him a Skulking Geist. That seems fine. And if it's explosive runes, then this one dies to the explosive runes, but I don't take any damage, and I get rid of the arcane missiles and the shooting stars. Alright. So we managed to destroy some of those cheap spells that he can use to really create tempo. There's still another counter spell and another runes to go. And now there's going to be a glyph card. That can be a problem. With no arcane missiles and no shooting stars left, how much damage can the Spellzerker do? I guess it can still do quite a lot. I probably have to just Spellstone it. He currently has a lot of cards, but that hand is going to get smaller pretty quickly. 5+3, I could do Grizzly next turn. I will pick up the Grizzly. And I will Spellstone the Zerker. I'm a little bit afraid of that. I hope that I will be able to get a Godfrey board at some point. Draws another secret. So there's counterspell and there's runes. Draws even more cards. Okay. What was text on the 2-tree? Oh, it's has spell damage +2 while damaged. That's used in current tempo mage builds. They ping it and then they have spell damage +2. So for 2 mana, when it's on the board, they get +2 spell damage. And then they can use that with the shooting stars and all sorts of stuff. Well, I can just play Godfrey on this board, right? But if there's a counter spell, then I cannot clear the next board. I probably need to open with the Stonehill Defender. Ooh, and I can pick up with Ciliax. And it was explosive runes. Alright, so no counter spell. That is great news. That is great news. Probably wanted Ciliax here though. I still want Ciliax here. Go back to 30. He hasn't spent a single burn spell yet. All the burn is in hand. Is 30 health enough to survive all his burn? It might not be. Even though there's not going to be any minion damage. There's going to be another spell circuit, there's going to be another anomaly. There's of course going to be a counter spell at some point. Or probably, anyway. So he could just assemble 30 from hand with fireballs, frostbolts. Okay. Yeah, that's the right move. But then with just 1 mana... Oh, a pair of Cinderstorms, I see. Random arcane missiles after failing to get the actual arcane missiles. Down to 17 feels bad, man. Well, he can't kill me from 17 in a single turn. I mean, I can sack back my Howlfiend, but not yet this turn. But there's going to be a counter spell, right? But I just can't get to the point where I could... If I could find Treachery, but I would also need a Defile, because I've spent a Defile. That's not enough. And he has Urker left. He doesn't have all those cards immediately, of course. I think this is a Godfrey to clear this. I don't care about Alunet anymore. So I can play the Ooze. Just to have more targets for another Cinderstorm. I need more targets if he plays another Cinderstorm here.
We have many secrets.
No counter spell. Well, there's the Treachery for the Howlfiend. But I can only make him discard 1 card right now. Well, I could make him discard 2, but that would cost me both of my minions. It is not yet the time to do that. No, now it's time to hit here. This one goes face. Then I need to play the Rin. And the Mekaru. This is what I need to do now. I need to set it up so that I can make him discard the rest of the cards next turn, whatever he's not playing right now. Unless I happen to die to... Unless I happen to die to Fireball, Frostbolt. You just can't cut silence from control decks. I mean, like, Odd Warriors got silence at the beginning of this expansion, but now they have all added them back, because that didn't work. It really, really didn't work. That's just not something you do.
Reporting for duty.
You have Siphon. Siphon is not silence. You need silence. I mean, like, Odd Warrior has tons of executes and all sorts of effects, but they also need silence. It's too early to defile. And I need to try to put up a fight here. Let's see.
Reporting for duty.
The light protects me.
Well, Defile clears this, but then what? Micro Defile OP against level up. Yeah, maybe I should have saved that. I mean, Hellfire also clears level up. Yeah, I don't see how I can do this. Well, that helps. So he has 6 damage here. I think I'll kill 2 of these minions too. Now, even if he has the weapon, it might still let the Doomsayer go off. Or if he has some buffs, that also might not help. Yeah, well, have you been playing Artifact off stream? No, I have not had any time.
Reporting for duty.
Well, now this one is going to survive the Defile. But I do need to Defile this. Do I try to play around Divine Favor by not tapping? I don't think so. I think I need to tap. I need more resources.
Reporting for duty.
Even that is able to create pressure. Oh, that's tough. So he has to have stuff like Fungalmancer out there. Or level up or something. I need to Spellstone now to get a little bit more health buffer. He plays Fungalmancer, I have to respond with a Hellfire. I don't know why he buffed just 1 minion though. That seems kind of bad. Yeah, I can tell. He would have another. I still need to Hellfire this. I don't think I have the tools to survive. 8 cards in, but if I tap I go down to 17 and then I Hellfire, I go so down. I still have to tap and Hellfire, I think. I need like a Doomsayer so that I can Treachery a Doomsayer to him. He probably has a Vine Cleaver now. But as an upside I can ooze the Vine Cleaver. So that will take a little bit of the damage away. I don't have enough mana to play Howlfiend stuff. I need to just ooze. I can't afford to tap. I don't have the health. Anyways, what's your opinion of Odd Warrior? Odd Warrior beats decks like this, but loses to some other decks really, really badly.
Speak your peace.
So, it has its upsides and its downsides. Down to 7. I can't do the Howlfiend combo now either. I can because I have Sacrificial Pact. I can do Howlfiend, Treachery, Defile. But there is no 2, there's only 1. I get 1 and a 2. I can still make him discard 2 cards. And then I can Sacrificial But no, I can't make him discard 2 cards. Because I can't kill the minions. That doesn't help. It doesn't kill the minions. So I have to Twisting Nether this. But we're getting to a point where I'm just going to die to Leroy. Leroy Blessing of Might would be instant lethal.
Reporting for duty. Handle it.
That Divine Shield. So now I have to give him the Doomsayer. I'm still dead to Leroy. Can I somehow burn his hand? Howlfiend Treachery. No, there's not enough mana to make a 1 health minion out there.
Computing.
If I Siphon, that's not good enough. So I'm dead to Leroy. And there's 2 cards that he's kept for a very long time. Oh, this would be just 5 mana, so... I could also just use the Twisting Nether now. I think I have to use a Twisting Nether now. This will be a more inexpensive clear if he doesn't have a Leroy here. But obviously if he has Leroy, then I'm just dead immediately. And I'm also dead to a second Vine Cleaver at this rate. And this is so big that it doesn't die. Another Vine Cleaver kills me. I just can't make the Howlfiend work. I think I need to just give him the Doomsayer. And hope that there's no Vine Cleaver. Vine Cleaver is lethal. He has another Vine Cleaver in the deck for sure. But maybe not in hand. I can make him discard the rest of his cards. So I could play Howlfiend Treachery, Defile and Sacrificial Pact. I have to do that. So we will at least lose the rest of his cards. Do I need to tap? Is the big question. Go down to 6. But I need answers. I probably have to tap. I think I'm going to die if I don't tap here. Because I have to find the Void Lords very, very quickly. There are 9 cards left in my deck and 2 of them are Void Lords. That one I can Siphon. Alright, I also can pick up a Void Walker here. I can Siphon Soul the Baku. I get to 9. Oh no! He gets to pick a big taunt.
Reporting for duty. What we do.
Okay. 2 damage to all characters. Interesting. There's a Blessing of Might left. I could deny a Blessing of Might, but I think we're just Void Lording here. Already seen 1 Void Ripper. Can he really calculate lethal here? I didn't want to give him a way to kill the Abomination. I want to silence the Abomination before it dies, maybe. I'm not sure yet. It really depends. Nah, now you give up when there's a game to be played. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.